Ladies and gentlemen, since we all have an agreement and we all understand this has been out of many, yeah, one boss man. So this is just rehearsal, right? Just giving you just rehearsal, okay? So I guess I'll just wait for the for people to kind of you know yeah. So this is what I failed to do earlier. I failed to do this earlier. So I'll there's four of us. Dress rehearsal, the format. Shout out to AZ. The hip hop heads know. You know, dum 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 dum. DJ Premier, Yeah, anybody who know that DJ Premier beat. You know what I mean? Yeah. So hip hop and martial arts. Yeah. So this is it. Dress rehearsal, the format. So now, what is this man? What is this boss man responsible for? Hip hop, martial arts, hip hop, martial arts. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that over here. You know, mm, we have to do the maths. We have to do the maths. Yeah, I think I can do that. What do you mean low battery detected? It's 84%. Anyway, I did promise that we're going to try and get this done on Mondays. But I wanted to see what this looked like. I just wanted to see. Well, we wanted to see. So let's stay in character. Let's not break the fourth wall. Let's not do that. Teaching is here. Digital media is here. Cinema is here. And I reside here. That's the format. Yeah. Oh, is that okay? We're back? Yeah, okay, so my internet got disconnected. Oh well. I mean, low battery is one thing, but the internet literally just go away, so let me apologize for that. Hopefully that doesn't happen to us on Monday. Hopefully not. So, so I have to give myself some time before the 6 minute mark. That's what I need to do. Yeah, I need to do that. That's what I have to do. I have to give myself some time. Oh yes, yes, yes. I got disconnected. Anyway, so since people are here, let me just say it. This is our dress rehearsal. The format. The 4 are we. Yeah. That. So anytime I'm going to do a switch. Oh, I'm looking at my timer. Yeah. Anytime I go do a switch, I just go do this. Yeah. See? You know? So when I'm ready to appear and reappear, that's what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? Yeah, that what I do. Anyway, once I'm just like this is more, you know, MMA, martial arts, hip hop. That's what that is. So that's why it's Champloo. For anybody that remember Samurai Champloo, yeah, the hip hop and martial arts. That's what that's about. So yeah. So soon after go do a wardrobe change. Soon after do that, give everybody a 6 minute. Maybe I should save the best for last. The more exciting things to talk about last. Maybe that's what I should do. I learn. I'm learning, right? So anyway, give me a second while I do. Again, I practice. Right? So let's hope that I can get changed before the 6 minute mark. This is theater. This is theater. So we're going to be joined by cinema himself. Anyway, I might fail my mission because I only have 9 seconds and I do. I need to rock the Admiral fit real quick, you know. So fine, fine. I accept this failure. So give me a second while I get cinema to the stage, you know. Bring cinema to the stage. Dup 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 da 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 da. All right, see, I miss. You see what I done did? I didn't even get the tie involved. Can't do it without the tie. Shout out to the people in that like the Admiral them, you know, the Aokiges and the Kizarus and the Akainos and them people there. Yeah. Um, you know, I like this though. I give them their props because whenever I get disconnected, they actually notify me with a loud musical note. So big up them. Yeah. So yes, once you see me looking admiral-ish, then yeah, this is where we talk about the anime and even video games, anything that's unconventional cinema. You know, I I recently watched Castlevania Nocturne season two. Some people had complaints. I don't know what the complaints actually were, cause it was a good time. It was a really good time. I don't know. Don't know why anybody else would have a problem with it. Nah, I don't know. I do have a partner in crime. Speaking of partner in crime, the Blacklist. I need to be talking about it. If anybody's a fan of the Blacklist, you let me know because trust me, my favorite. Let's just talk about it. Season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, we could have got that in, you know, and that maybe that's something to talk about. Maybe the Blacklist should have been like after season 8, just make it an anime. Let's make it an anime after that. Ain't nobody trying to see that. Just retcon all of that and just yeah, have more fun. You know, we could do that. We could do that. You know. What else? I did not restart my binge of One Piece as of yet. Where was I last? Somewhere over 500 odd. And you know, I'll be honest with you. I felt more connected to the characters in like maybe the first 200 or so episodes. I felt like they did a better job of like getting us, you know, emotionally invested. I feel like. I feel like after a while, yeah, it's weird. It's weird. But as part of that big three, as they like to refer to them as, and it's a historical fact. Three of them did a do the damage and carrying the weight that Dragon Ball Z did left behind and whatever, you know. Incidentally, you saw the Dragon Ball Z shirt. Rest in peace to Toriyama-san, right? So anyhow, you know that go already. Everybody have them different tastes. You know, it's weird. There are times when the sub is better than the dub. Sometimes the dub is better than the sub. Sometimes the manga is better than the anime. Sometimes it's the other way around, right? Like Yu Yu Hakusho anime is slightly better than the manga, but the manga is better than the anime because there are things that they couldn't show, and it makes sense. I mean, the time when Yu Yu Hakusho came out, maybe they could do it now. Maybe they could get away with it now. Maybe. Because when you have things like Chainsaw Man and, you know, yeah. Actually, before I even get ahead of myself, I'm part of a Facebook group called Outer Heaven or Metal Gear Solid Outer Heaven. And I have a lot of hot takes. You know. They asked who would win between what was it? Cobra Unit versus Foxhound. I think I gave my answer to that already. I might have done it here. I don't remember. But yeah, I gave my answer for that. And then what was the other one now? Yeah, people were talking about Twin Snakes. I think I remember. Um, they were trying to compare it to like the original Metal Gear Solid that came out, but it doesn't compare. I feel like they kind of ruined what made it good. They you know it. Yeah, it's cool to do a update, a remaster, and that sort of thing, but keep the core of it as what it should have been. Cause they kind of turn it into Max Payne, The Matrix, and by doing that, it just kind of yeah. But yeah, I'm almost out of time, because we're giving everybody 6 minutes apiece. This is a dress rehearsal, so this is kind of how the show is supposed to go. So we are champion. This is cinema or was cinema, and it will be moving on to either teaching or digital media. So there's that. So yeah, anime, gaming, comics. Speaking of comics, there's a guy named King Lion. Listen, man, I not go debate that man in a no comic book or anime or manga. Him know everything. If he says that's true, it's true. Don't argue with him. Alright? Do not argue with him. So anyhow, the 12 minutes done. So we're gonna be moving on. So let's do just that. Yeah? Wardrobe change. Um Oh, look at my dog deciding to come in. Give me a second there. Okay. Yeah, go on. Yeah, he's interrupted my switcheroo, He interrupted the switcheroo. Yeah. Alright. Sometimes for the sake of what you call it now, brevity, I probably put on a easier find something that's easier to slip on. You know what I mean? No, the question is, what we do with that? What did I do with this thing? Right, yeah. Yeah, so I apologize for the delay. I do apologize for that. Let me not tear this shirt, I don't want to do that. Cause one time I made that mistake there. I made that mistake. Oh, we're going to so. Oh, this. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Hold on there. Alright, no. No, no. Let me do this the right way, cause this feel like I'm gonna tear my shirt. That would be embarrassing. That would be very embarrassing. I could not afford to do that. So let me just do it the right way, cause last time I did that, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. So I could do the maths now. Right, I'm supposed to go up to the 18-minute mark. There we go. Look at me. Yeah, yeah. So there's not much difference between teaching and digital media, and you will see that. That will be an ongoing joke when I do those episodes, or when we do those episodes. Since it's the format, since it is the format. All right. So anyway, enough for the long talking. No, let me appear. All right. Good. 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 There we go. Yeah. All right. So anyway, now let me see if I can do this without it being awkward, right? Because there's a board that I want to show. Wait, what? Hold on there. Give me a second while I fix this. Cause really, fam, hold on. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna turn it this way. Let me turn it this way. You done? Yo, sometimes this laptop just, yeah. This is not what I was looking for. I wasn't looking for that. I was not looking for that at all. Those are not the markers I was looking for. Okay, this works. This works. This works. So I have announcements to make. No, I have to learn how to write in reverse so that you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. So if I do this, I need to do um hold on there. Let me do this. Right? So alright, good. Yeah. Something like that. Let me continue now. Um okay, yeah. Really, man. Like every time I get to something. Anyway, yeah, yeah. So obviously I tell you what. Let me write this all over again. Watch out. You see how I'm almost run out of time? You know what? You know what? It's fine. It's fine. The switch is not that drastic. Right? It's not that drastic. So when I go from teaching to digital media, the only thing that will happen is, yeah, that's it. Yeah, one in the red, one in the black. That's it. There you go. Yeah. So that, you see? So that's what I like doing. Yeah. But that switch a little bit easier for me. Right? I was still trying to get this. So I don't mess that up. I don't mess that up. Hold on. There. This takes so much concentration, man. Yeah, I really wish that my board never it kind of chip up. You understand? Kind of chip up. Yeah. All right, there we go. Yeah, I literally had to write that in reverse. No. What's the other one? No. Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, this one no. And then this would be that's a zero. Um, it's another zero, and then we have There we go. Oh, let's see if, yeah, there we go. Yeah, yeah. Finally, finally. So there we go. Yeah. No, the announcement that teaching was trying to tell everybody is that, all right, this is a space for, let me just make sure I'm writing this correctly. Why that look like a B? That looks like a B. What's going on here? What's going on? So this is seriously? There we go. So this here, that page, is for the teachers, right? And then now, there we go. There we go. So yeah, there we go. That's it. That's it. So this page for the teachers, this page for the students. Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit of the rebranding, right? So if you are following, wait a minute, I knew it. See? Oh yeah, that's why you have to pay attention, you know. Ah, you see that? There we go. That's how you know. Yeah, that's how you solve your problems. There you go. Yeah. So this is, yeah. I'm doing his work for him, right? So you know, I could always switch and have him come back and handle that. So we can do that. You know, we can do that, right? So let him come back and take him spot, right? So let's do that. There we go. Yes, I've been, yeah. There we go. So that was a bit much. That was a lot. So you know what? It's fine because maybe what I should have done is just move the laptop over and then have it face the board that was right there. So instead of moving the board, should I probably just move the laptop over in front of the board? Story for another day, you know. But yeah, just wanted to. Nah, don't do my that. Unstable internet. What y'all talking about? Don't do that. Last time you kicked me off. You kicked me off of the internet. So yes. So since we all have an agreement and we all understand this has been out of many one boss man. This is boss man teaching. So you know, black bucket hat, black tie. Yeah, that's the boss man teaching. So this is the the proverbial Leonardo. And then we move over to trying to make this switch neat. So yes. So then the next guest appearance will be from, yeah, Bossman Digital Media, right? So little palette swap, right? Little palette swap, and then after that we'll have, let's see who will bring on next. Who do we have next? Who do we have next? Who is next? What we doing? What we doing? What we moving to? So then we move from that to. There we go. Oh, he did it. He left him board right here, you know. So let's get that out the way. Let's get that out the way. Yeah. So there you go. And then last but not least. So first you are teaching in your digital media, then this is me, you know, not quite cinema, but close enough. Close enough. You know. In fact, realistically, I should look like there is a little bit of something that I have agreed to. So when we're doing the episodes, I need to be looking like this. So I need to hurry up and get this going. So yes, we all promise to have this done on Mondays. You know, brighten up the Monday. Let's brighten it up. Brighten up the Monday. So let's see if I can pull this off. So alright, hold on. No. See, I don't want to look. What's the word? No. Don't want to look tapped on, you know? Yeah, see? So even though, I have a professional I have a professional look sometimes, you know what I mean? So this is so out of everybody, out of many 1Bossman, yeah. Champloo is the, short sleeve. Right? Yeah. So in the episodes, Champloo will be short sleeve. Right? And of course the Admiral fit goes to cinema. And then the palette swap between the black and the red will be teaching and digital media. So there we go. So we'll switch over to another Bossman. Yeah? There we go. So yeah, this is what the show is supposed to look like. You know. So we'll try to do this. Try to do this on the Mondays, Because after all, nobody don't like go to work on a Monday. Nobody don't like go to school on a Monday. In fact, I think I believe that in the Middle East, like in the UAE, they go to school Sunday. They go to school Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and nobody goes to school Friday and Saturday. I think that's how their school system works. I believe so. I believe so. Ah. Yeah, as you realize, cinema's outfit is the one that takes the longest, Yeah. So maybe we'll have him start the show. Have him start the show. Why not? Take the most work. Take the most work, Now let's see if let's just make sure. I don't want to look improper. I want to represent looking as best as humanly possible, So let's get that together. Yeah, look at that. You see, the tie make it even look better. I'd argue that. I would argue that the tie makes this a little bit more, you know. So I look a lot more like you see. This is what they be doing in One Piece. See that? They have a sleeve, you know. It's one of my favorite. Like if we're talking about the Bleach captains, the the Akatsuki, um, so the Naruto's Akatsuki, the Bleach captains, and the naval fleet admirals of One Piece. Yeah, the admirals win. The admirals win. I can't. I've never thought of rocking something like this. I like it. I have to admit that. I have to admit that. So yeah. So yes. So we're compartmentalizing. This is the anime gaming little live action series conversation. So obviously the blacklist is a little more live action because it's real people doing real things. So there's that. Story for another day. I was thinking about what they should have done at the end of season 7 when the pandemic kicked in. Yeah, it was a bit much because the pandemic was yeah, the pandemic kind of threw off the schedule of how they completed season 7. They should have linked certain people for that because for those of you who watch Archer, if you ever watched it, Archer is the perfect animated series to capture anything that is the blacklist or anything that is espionage related. So, if anything, they should have gone to the animators of Archer and have them pencil out the episodes for season 7 or the latter part of season 7 of the blacklist. One of the man in the hat said that. Yeah, so the dress rehearsal, the format, right? So since we all have an agreement and we all understand this has been out of many one boss man. So we'll go back. We'll go back. So again, we're gonna close out. We're gonna close out, right? So when we're closing out, we should always say, since we all have an agreement and we all understand this has been out of many one boss man, right? So that's the theme. That's the theme. So yes, that was the anime, the comic book, the video games, little live action too. Can't talk about old school movies. I forgot about that. Yeah, we're bringing on Champloo. It's the most professional look that Champloo is gonna have, right? Does it require the tie? Does it? Does it? Does it? I mean, we could always vote on that. Could always vote on that. You know, it could be with, it could be without. Could be with, could be without. Let's see. Let's see. Hopefully, I don't look. Oh, see. No, I have to choke myself. Look at that. Is it that? There you go. So yeah, yeah. That's. So maybe we can decide whether we do. The tie, no tie, tie, no tie. I don't know. That's for the world to decide. Anyhow, so yes, since we all have an agreement and we all understand this has been out of many, one boss man. They keep telling me that my internet is unstable. Alright. Anyway, let's go. Let's go. So, on to, and we'll have a little fun with, we'll have a little fun with digital media. A little fun with digital media. A little fun with teaching. Because sometimes the backdrop will look a little different. Sometimes it's red. And other times, well, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. Oh, I thought there was a button. So, to make up for not having a button, the tie definitely needs to go all the way up here to compensate for the lack of a button there. Yeah? So, now, wow, damn. Yeah, so, okay, I'll be honest now. I'll be honest now. Yeah, this is a bit heavy. A bit heavy on the on the all black. You can barely make out this. You know, you can barely make this out. So yeah, this is teaching in the black, and then we'll switch out to, yeah, but maybe just maybe hold on. There's a better look to this. There's a better look to this. I'm sure of it. Now the only question is if I can find it. That's the only question. Can I find this? Where did I put this thing? Come on. No, it's not the time. I have people to, you know, I have people to entertain, man. Ah, there we go. Found it. Don't mind you. Alright. Now, mind you, nah lie, this tie this tie has seen better days. This tie has seen better days, man. Yeah, I'll get a new one. But, for the sake of, hold on. Let me just make sure I got myself together. Right now. Ah, see? Yeah. Yeah. This just a little bit better. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You know. What is this? What is that? I don't even know. I do not even know. Yeah. So anyway, this is my attempt at, anyway, whatever. We'll figure that one out. We'll use a different one. We'll use a different one. So, yeah, I think I can make a request for that. I can make a request for that. So let's switch out from the black. Switch out from the black. Alright. Think I found the right one. Think I found the right one. Yeah, with these wardrobe changes, I do feel like, yeah, Monday is the best day for that. You know, we do that on Monday. Yeah, let's just get the practice in. You know, maybe I could do that. Maybe I could do that. Just putting ourselves together. There's only one problem. One problem. My color is looking a little bit weird. So I just hope that it holds up. Alright. So there we go. Yeah, yeah. I prefer this. Yeah, there we go. So there you go. That's it. Yeah. So if all else fails, if I'm not in the red backdrop, I'll just use this. That's what I'll do. Yeah, so digital media in the red and black. And of course, when it comes to teaching, you will be in the black and black, right? So black and black, Bossman teaching, red and black, digital media, the Admiral fit, cinema, and then of course the short sleeve is shampoo. There we go. So yes, so let's do this. So teaching and digital media will switch between this, and of course this and this. There you go. So that's the format. Since we all have an agreement and we all understand this has been out of many one boss man. Might as well have fun with it. Might as well. Because if you can give yourself a joy, then give somebody else a joy. Might as well. That is all. 45 minutes, not bad. We divide that by 3, you get 15. So I didn't do too bad. I wanted to stop at 24, but yeah. By the way, the summer has not been nice. Summer hasn't been nice. So yeah. Anyway, that will be all for now. So until next time, it will be Monday. Since we all have an agreement and we all understand this has been out of many one boss man.